Today I'm presenting research showing counterfactual imagination as a source of memory distortion. It's well known that people struggle to differentiate between imagined and perceived events in their long-term memory. However, less is known about how imagination can update and distort existing memories. Our experiment was split across two sessions. Participants encoded object action associations as they performed actions with 120 everyday objects. Participants returned to the lab 1 week later, and in the manipulation phase, they were shown pictures of these objects. In the rehearse condition, participants mentally rehearsed the original action from the encoding phase, and in the imagined condition, participants were now shown a counterfactual action that they had to imagine themselves doing with the object. Objects in the baseline condition were not included in this manipulation task in order to act as a control condition, reflecting the typical memory decay and forgetting that we would expect with a retention interval of 1 week. We tested memory using a cued recall task in which participants were once again shown pictures of the objects, and they were now asked to remember the action that they had performed in the encoding phase. We recorded EEG activity during this final cued recall phase, and in a second follow-up experiment, we included an increased number of trials in the imagined condition in order to analyze EEG activity according to accuracy, and so investigate the brain mechanisms that are involved when imagination leads to memory distortion and error. Across experiment 1 and 2, the behavioral results revealed a significant impairment in cued recall accuracy for the imagined condition when compared to this baseline condition. And so counterfactual imagination appears to distort memory more so than the passive forgetting that was seen in the baseline condition. Across both experiment 1 and 2, in the ERP effects, we found a significant positivity in the rehearsed and the imagined condition when compared to the baseline condition. And in experiment 2, this happens regardless of memory accuracy. And so these effects appear to be indicative of cue recognition and memory reactivation, and this happens regardless of whether a correct or an incorrect action is recalled. For trials in the imagined condition, late ERP effects were more positive when participants failed to recall the correct action, suggesting that late effects in the epoch could reflect control and monitoring processes that are engaged when the memory for the true action is impaired by imagination. Oscillation effects appear to also follow a similar pattern, with early effects relating to cue recognition. Notably, in experiment 2, a significant increase in theta power was found early in the epoch for the imagined condition, specifically when recall was accurate. Effects with this timing and frequency are typically described in the literature as relating to retrieval success, and so this suggests that perhaps imagination distortion effects are avoided when the original memory trace was recalled easily and rapidly, as could be indicated by this theta effect. In conclusion, we found novel evidence that counterfactual imagination distorts true memories. The related brain mechanisms show an interplay between memory reactivation and control processes. Thank you for listening.